Hi everyone, I just want to start this video off today by saying a verse, Ephesians 2:8. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from yourselves, it is the gift of God. This verse is very important to me because 2 years ago, I was in a long cycle of lusting, every day, every other day, and through God, I was able to stop. Well, not fully stop. I was, stopped for like a week, and it was progress. It was progress. I stopped for a week, and then I would do it again, and it would be a cycle of week on, week off. And though it was progress, I didn't like the fact that I kept doing it, and for a very long time, I was struggling with lust. I knew it was wrong, and I still continued to do it. Starting my junior year of high school, I fortunately was able to stop for 2 months. It was a great time. I stopped for 2 months, but it wasn't for the right reasons. I stopped because I started talking to a girl, and then after those 2 months, when we stopped talking, I went back to doing it, and it made me realize that the reason why I stopped for those 2 months wasn't because I put God first, but it was because I idolized this girl and I didn't want to disrespect her by watching that kind of stuff. And I struggled through it for my entire junior year. I wanted to stop. My 17th birthday, I was like, I have to stop by the time I get to 17. I don't want to keep doing this at 17 years old, and unfortunately still doing it. It's summer. I'm going into my senior year, and I really pray that I do stop. Yesterday was probably not the best day ever because I felt like lusting. Fortunately, I was brought out of it. I went on TikTok and I got all these videos about God and not doing it. So for the moment, I didn't lust, and it was fine. But 3 hours later, it was nighttime. I'm up. It's summer. I don't have anything to do in the morning, so I stayed up on my phone, and I started feeling it again. I wanted to lust, and unfortunately this time I wasn't brought out of it. I decided to look away from the opportunities to stop. My friend, he sent me a TikTok, that could have brought me out of it. A whole lot of stuff could have brought me out of it, but I turned my back on it. I turned my back on God again, and I did it. And after I did it, I felt bad, really bad, as I always did. And I went to TikTok again. Not even after I prayed. I just went to TikTok again to probably make myself feel better. And I got a video of Bryce Crawford talking about God and talking about how God already forgives you. He already forgave you for all the sinning that you have committed and all the sinning that you will commit in your lifetime. And it really stuck to me. And during that day, I was already thinking about starting a YouTube channel, but I didn't know what to make it of. And after I watched that Bryce Crawford video, I realized what I wanted to make it about. I wanted to make about my journey of actually starting to become a man of God. Because for these past 2 years, I've been telling God that, I'll stop, oh, sorry for what you saw. I pray that I don't do it again. And then, the other, not the day after, but the day after that, or a week later, I'll just do it again. And I'll tell God the same thing, but I'll still continue to do it. And I'm tired of that cycle. So I just decided I want to start this YouTube channel as a reminder for me to come on here every day, talk to you guys, talk about God a little bit, and as well as a reminder to you guys, for whatever sin you have, that you can overcome it. As long as you talk about it to yourself, talk about it to your friend, talk about it to a trusted adult, someone who you think won't judge you. I have friends who I actually started my journey with God with one of my best friends. And I think he's probably doing better off in the lusting department than me. But I know he's probably struggling with some type of sin. Maybe it's not the same sin as lust, but maybe a different one. But it doesn't matter what your sin is. Pride, sloth, greed, mine's lusting. You can always overcome it as long as you look to God and pray every day, and just have that mental discipline to, whenever you just get that temptation to do whatever sin, to, instead of committing it and then after committing it talking to God, but before committing it, talk to God, ask him for help, ask him for the strength to not commit it. And as a final thing, there's so much more to life than lusting, than sinning, than pleasing your flesh. There's so much more to life than partying, getting drunk. But there's so much more. There's beauty in life. Look at the trees, the skies, the mountains. It's all beautiful. Look at everyone around you. They're all beautiful. They're all created in God's image. I hope all of you guys are having a blessed day. Have a great rest of your day.